We called up local civil rights attorney Larry Walters, who says this kind of stuff actually happens more often than you might think, and he says women don't have to take it. All right, Larry, no other way to say this. His words were wrong. How often do you see this happening?
Well, yeah, this is certainly shocking behavior. I'm sure the school board cringed once they heard what this gentleman said. You don't often have a case where the intentional discrimination is this clear. Usually it's more difficult to prove what the reason was why somebody wasn't hired. But here you have somebody coming right out and saying that the individual is worthless because she's pregnant. So,
I mean, if I could speak for women everywhere, I can't say it because I would say things I would regret, but I mean, worthless, you really can't hit a woman harder, especially at a pretty vulnerable time in her life. I mean, does she have recourse? Does there have to be a witness there who heard it? Or is because there was a timeline attached to this particular project, does the boss actually have his defense?
Well, I think the boss is going to have a difficult time prevailing if she decides to bring a claim. This seems to be a clear case of somebody not getting hired and being rejected because of their pregnancy status. And, you know, we have a very clear law in the United States, the Pregnancy Discrimination Act, which prohibits this kind of thing. Now, if the employer can come back and say, well, there was really another reason why we didn't hire her, and this was just somebody's off-the-cuff statement, that might be a little different.
And examining the other side of the argument, it would be if you work for a company that has very time-sensitive schedules and people that need to be there in certain times, that would be the other side of the argument, I would imagine.
Yeah, there's something called a bona fide occupational qualification, BFOQ, in the law, which basically means that if the pregnancy or whatever it is that you're being discriminated against on is a necessary element of your job, if you have to be a male, for example, if you have to be a female, if you have to not be pregnant to go and fight a war or something, you know, maybe there's an issue there. But that's going to be a tough one to assert in this case, I think.
In this day and age, I would say so. All right, Larry, thanks for coming in tonight.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you.